Hey everyone, this is Carrie. We're going to do a nice yin practice slash restorative practice. Everyone has their own little definition of what that is and their own little flair of what that is. So this is kind of my own version of that for you. Something to really settle us down. Maybe you're feeling a little bit frustrated, a little bit lost, and a little loss of creativity and zest for life these days. You're not alone. So let us start in a child's pose. You can use any blocks or any props that you need to, blankets, towels rolled up, pillows, um, stacked on top of each other, blocks, books. I'm going to try to use as minimal props as possible to show you that we don't need props for this. But again, if anything hurts, if any joints hurt, the more props you use, the better you might feel. Modify as you need to, and we'll get going. So from child's pose, depending on how your knees feel, you can have your knees together, or you can have your knees a little bit wider, letting your belly fall between, getting your tailbone nice and heavy towards your heels behind you, and really reaching your fingertips out in front. Nuzzling your belly right into your thighs, finding your own little cocoon here. Forgetting that everything that's going on around you no longer exists for this moment in time. This is just you breathing in air, breathing out all the crap we don't want to hold on to. Knowing that it's okay to find a struggle. It's okay to not be happy. But it's also okay to enjoy if what you're going through right now is different enough that you appreciate it. We all are handling this very differently, and that may fluctuate from day to day. Long inhales in, long exhale out. If there's one thing you have control of right this moment, it is your breath. Bringing a nice conscious breath, feeling your belly press into your thighs on your inhale, and feeling a deflated feeling of your body on your exhale. One more. Inhale. One more exhale. Be gentle with your knees as you come forward. Slide your knees a little bit closer if they're not already, in line with your hips. Come up onto your hands, tabletop. Let's get some fluid movement of our spine here. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Now, instead of making one movement, see if you can make different movements of your spine. So maybe start with your tailbone. Inhale, tip your tailbone up, then your low back, then your middle back, then lifting your neck up, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then let's go backwards the opposite way. As you exhale, tuck your chin, press up through your upper back, press through your middle back, round your low back, tuck your tail, cat pose. Let's do it again, starting with your tail. Inhale, starting to tip tail up, then your low middle back, then your upper back, squeeze shoulder blades back, widen through your chest, look up, and then backwards. Exhale, tuck your chin, nothing else changes. Start to widen through your upper back, Then your middle back, pull the belly in. Then your low back, then tuck in your tailbone. Good. And then make some other movements here. I'm making circles around. You can make any other movements here that you prefer. Take your left hand. I'm going to turn a little bit this way. Take your left hand, fingers back behind. Right hand stays. Press more into your left palm and be a little bit lighter on your right hand. And then find length. Press your whole left arm in like you're lengthening and finding space. And then reach your right ear towards your right shoulder. As you press more into your left hand, lengthen, make space like you're trying to grow your neck another inch long by pressing right ear to right shoulder, but pressing left palm into the mat. And then slowly release. Turn your left hand around. You can shake it out. Switch out. Right fingertips turn back. Really press into the palm of your right hand. Stay a little bit lighter on your left. Press and try to lengthen like you're trying to grow your left hand, or right hand, sorry, left ear to left shoulder. And as you try to get your left ear to your left shoulder, press even more to your right hand, straightening out your right arm. And it's like you're trying to grow and make space through the right side of your neck. Breathe in. Exhale. Slowly rotate your right hand around, shake it out. Let's flip onto either hip enough to swing your legs around front. And keeping your knees nice and bent. You can put a pillow or a blanket or a rolled towel underneath. You can even use your forearms grabbing opposite wrists. Inhale, find some length, and pull your belly in between your thighs. As you exhale, let everything soften, even pressing your heels forward, but you can keep your knees bent any amount. Letting your head hang heavy. If you hate this, with your arms underneath, you can release. And we're going to hold here for a moment. Let your head get heavy. Find that breath that you have control over. Take an inhale for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. You can keep that going. You can change up the counts, either less lower numbers or even more numbers. Let your head relax. Soften your face. Let your shoulders get soft. And then use your hands to gently, like an inchworm, walking your way back up. Let the blood come back away from your head. Take your hands behind you. Bend your knees. Feet hip width apart. Let your knees go side to side. And then press and open your chest. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Let your right shin come parallel to the front of the mat. Left knee goes into your right foot. So it's like you're sitting like a cheerleader or pinwheel. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, either forward fold or maybe find a twist over your right side and let yourself fall to the side. You can put one fist over the other and let your forehead land on your fists, maybe one hand over the other, maybe a pillow, maybe a blanket. Let your left knee get heavy into the floor. Find a nice big inhale. Exhale, release. Let gravity take over. Again, going back to, and feel free to tune me out, going back to how every single person, maybe even your own family members, are handling this crisis differently. Maybe somebody's more on edge. Maybe somebody is a little bit more emotional and gets teary-eyed fairly quickly. Maybe somebody acts like it's not bothering them whatsoever. None of it is right and none of it is wrong. Actually, I should say it's all right and none of it is wrong. I kind of liken this to dealing with grief. But even with grief, most of us have dealt with some form of grief, whether you've lost somebody close to you, maybe a pet even, a friend, a family member, a heartbreak. Grief is something we all know some form of, but this crisis of a pandemic, not one person has ever dealt with this before. Take a big inhale in, let it go. Use your hands to help walk your way back up. Good. And then slide your left knee stacked over your right. Take your left hand and grab onto your left shin. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And then use your hand on your shin to help pull yourself over. You can take your right hand behind your head. Keep twisting a little bit as you get heavy towards your left shin and heel. And then take your right hand and grab your left shin as well. So both hands are on your shin. Inhale and then exhale. Try to make yourself into the tightest little ball possible. Tuck your chin. You can use your hands to pull. Feel that compression in your left hip. Inhale, exhale. Slowly open yourself back up. And then let's switch around. Left shin parallel to the edge of your mat. Right knee turns. Right knee is into your left foot. You could either forward fold over your left shin, maybe start there and then find a twist, or go right to your twist, inhaling over your left knee. And then finding your fold and a twist, setting up however you'd like here. Inhale. Exhale and soften. So I found that certain for me, I tend to seem like none of this bothers me. And even in my mind, sometimes I ask, why does this not bother me? But the stress from dealing with a pandemic comes out in different ways. For me personally, maybe you can relate to this. Maybe somebody you know, this will help you relate to them a little bit better. For me, the stress comes out more in my physical body, meaning I don't have as much motivation to work hard. It takes a lot more push for myself to want to get off the couch and do something. Whereas before, it's really what I lived for. It was the first thing I did when I woke up in the morning. And I didn't feel right unless I exercised, did yoga, or moved my body in some way, shape, or form. That's been very different for me now. And it's because that's how my body is reacting to stress. So maybe that is you as well. Maybe that's somebody you know. Maybe if you feel like you just want to curl up in a ball in bed and not do anything ever, and you're sad or feel lonely, even if there's other people around, that's normal too. It's all normal. Take a big inhale. Let it go. Use your hand to gently walk up. Slide your right knee to stack over your left. Turn to face your right shin. Right hand grabs for your right shin. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And then exhale, find that side stretch, left arm up and over. Maybe taking your left hand behind your head, pressing your head into your head. This is actually a Pilates stretch called Mermaid. Big inhale. Exhale. Good. Then let your chest turn towards your right shin. Both hands grab for your right shin. Inhale. Exhale. Pull yourself into a tight, tight, tight little hug. A little tiny ball. Feel that compression stretch in your right hip. And slowly release. Lifting up. Hands behind you to release. Yeah. Bring your feet super wide. Hands on the inside, grabbing your ankles. And then do some cat and cow sushi. So inhale, press your chest and hips through. Then exhale round. Inhale for cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. And slide your legs to either side to come onto your belly. If you need to place a pillow underneath your feet to help with your low back, you can. And then come all the way down to your belly. Let your hands one over the other. First, let your forehead come down and just feel the ground below your belly. Let yourself feel fully supported. Get heavy with your breath. And then start to lift off. Reach your left arm forward to make room underneath and thread and slide your right arm underneath your left. Reaching, your right arm is straight, and then take your left arm, bend it 90 degrees, and use your left forearm as a pillow. So your right arm is reaching underneath like you're trying to reach something you really want. And then let your head get heavy onto your forearm. Maybe your chin lays on your right tricep. If you want to add in a little bit extra something here, you can take your right knee at a bent 90 degrees. I'll go this way so you can see what I mean. It'll look like this. Your right knee can bend 90 degrees. And then I'll go back so I don't get the sides messed up. And let yourself breathe. So right now my right arm is underneath my left. My right knee is bent 90 degrees for half frog. And breathe. Whew, that's a lot. Let yourself get really heavy. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere within your body. And sometimes we don't even notice where we're holding tension. It's just a matter of keeping your breath nice and deep through your inhales and exhales. And that tension may melt all on its own, and you'll notice it over time. Take one more inhale. Big, long, open mouth exhale. Slowly slide your right arm out. Slide your right leg in if it's out. Take your hands wide onto your fingertips so you look like an alien here. Lift up, cobra pose. As you exhale, dip your left shoulder. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come up. Exhale, other side. Dip your right shoulder. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Good. Maybe make some crazy little alien movements here, circling from one side to the other. Good, and we'll go to the other side. So if you want to start with your left knee bent 90 degrees, you can, or keep it straight back. Reach your right arm out straight. Make some room underneath your right tricep. Slide your left arm across straight as you can. Reach, 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 reach. And then bend your right arm 90 degrees. Let your forehead land onto your right forearm. Really slide that left arm under and through. Again, if you want that extra, more intense shoulder stretch, both arms go straight and you're really just inching, 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 crossing both arms in front. Right now, right arm is over the left. Squeeze where your arms touch, squeeze them together and feel your upper back open a bit. Oh, hi, Kiki. Here comes my kitty friend. What you been doing, kitty friend? Hello, kitty kitty. Hi, Kiki. Find your nice deep breath. And let it go. Again, noticing tension falls off all on its own, just through long, deep inhales and extended exhales. One more inhale in. Open mouth. Release. Slowly undo your left arm. Take your hands back under your shoulders. Slide your left knee back. Head onto your hip points here. Then inhale, lift up for your cobra. As you exhale, arms stay straight, but let your shoulders shrug to your ears. And then slide them down your back so you're making big shoulder rolls. Press up and then exhale, shrug it. Slide down your back. Press up, inhale. Exhale, shrug. And then from here, you're just going to pancake flip over. So head stays where it is. Roll right onto your back. And let's come into a happy baby. You can do a floppy happy baby with forearms underneath your knees, maybe grabbing for the outside of your feet, rocking a little side to side, maybe opening up one leg and then the other. Really just enjoying the hip opening, the carefreeness of this pose. And then setting up for your Shavasana, however you prefer, anything that lets you find full surrender, full stillness. Blocks, props underneath your knees. You can have butterfly, legs out straight. Find what works for you and let yourself go. Maybe picture yourself on the most beautiful beach in the world. Maybe you've been there, maybe you just picture it in your mind. And you're laying in the sand, this soft, sugary sand. It's nice and warm, and the sun is welcoming, the sun rays beating on every part of your body in the best way possible. And you're so relaxed that you start to melt into the sand, and the sand starts to conform around your body. And you're in the most peaceful, content body and mind that you've ever been in your entire life. And staying here as long as you want and need to. And we'll end our practice just like this. Thank you so much for putting this energy in for yourself today. I wish you all the best. Namaste.